for people who've not read the book or don't know about my son's cancer, I'll give you a bit of a lowdown on what happened in 2014. My son was at that time 3 years, 10 months, and he was diagnosed with a condition called Wills tumor. It's a very rare case of kidney cancer. It happens to a very small percentage of kids worldwide. And my son happened to be the part of that unfortunate percentage of kids. This discovery of this cancer, the first very bizarre symptoms were over a very usual brunch at a five-star restaurant in Mumbai when we had come back from a New Year trip in January. And there was no accompanying fever, there was no vomiting, there was no discomfort that my son had. He was extremely, he's very, very positive, very, very energetic. And that day he happened to pass blood in his urine. And we as parents obviously freaked out. We took him to the nearest hospital. That's where we all get treated. That's in Har, in Gujarat. And his pediatrician, Dr. Ajit there, did the tests. And we found a 9-centimeter tumor that was growing on top of his left kidney. Because of a lot of things, maybe the way it's been projected in the media, maybe the way, just the general vibe of what cancer has done worldwide. It has overtaken heart disease over the past decade. It's very prevalent in our country, in rural and because of urbanization in most of the places. And you're constantly hearing about deaths related to cancer. And that was my, prime fear at that point of time, that this is going to take my son's life. And as far as the cost goes, of course, my family could deal with it, but there is this huge problem, surmounting problem that you see in real India, in rural India. Because I've got so much of fan mail on Twitter and on my mail after the book was written, that generally the cases are, there's a late diagnosis, there's no awareness there, there's illiteracy, they don't understand what cancer is, there's social stigmas there. And when they find the cancer, it is so expensive that it's untreatable. And they can't do it at that income group. But now I believe there's metronomics, which has started off in India, which is again making it extremely approachable. A few hundred rupees for a treatment in an entire month, which is a paradigm shift, and I think it's really set the standard for India and the costing here. As an actor, you do have a social responsibility, but where does the ignorance, how do you kind of correct that? Because till my son didn't have cancer, I didn't realize most of the hurdles that I had to cross in that situation. There, for example, cancer is a very minuscule percentage is genetic, and I realized that the lifestyle has a huge part to play in cancer and fighting it. So there were two options left to us: either we treat the cancer momentarily, or you nip it in the bud. How do you do that? You get down to actually making, huge lifestyle changes. For example, sleeping, handling stress, your diet. A lot of dietary things that are promoted by celebrities, they still don't know that is harmful. Kerala has started a very good thing, the fat tax, which has been started, which I tweeted yesterday and felt that it should be inculcated in all states. And as far as cigarette smoking, as far as smoking goes, I feel, forget about taxing, it should be banned. We know that back in the 80s and the 70s, there was this huge problem with the tobacco lobby where there was not enough evidence to prove that tobacco was actually causing lung cancer. And this debate went along for the longest time. And I think the last Marlboro ad was promoted in 1990. And after that, there was this thing on packages saying that it is injurious to health. Who is going to tell people, the system is not telling people that fast food joints, your burgers, your juices, all that is actually adding up. There are carcinogens out there. Who's going to inform people about all those things? So there's a lot of things that the system needs to put forth and say that these are harmful and this is cancerous.
So that is not even there in our consciousness. That is not there in our awareness. Forget about in the rural areas. It's not there in education, educated sections in Mumbai. We don't know about it. After reading up everything, I've stopped sugar completely in my house because just like there was a ban on tobacco, very well soon enough in the next decade you're going to know that sugar is one of the most toxic substances. I'd rather have a cigarette than have sugar, refined sugar. So these things need to come out in public domain and people need to know about it, which people unfortunately don't know and celebrities don't know. That's why they go ahead and probably promote a pop soda. I won't do that because I know what it does to the body. I know firsthand from my son's experience and about and after reading about all of this. So.